Here I am live, and I'm actually wearing a hoodie because it's only, hey, Google, what's the temperature?
The current temperature in Egg Harbor Township is 71 degrees.
It's 71 degrees, which isn't cold, but when you've been in the 80s and all, I guess, I don't know. There's no humidity, so I'm cold. I hope everybody's had a great day. Mrs. Biggins just took the dogs out because Sable was a little riled, but it is a beautiful night out. Hello, New York Samurai. Welcome to the party. Hi, Becky. Hi, Sarah. How's everybody's day? We have had nothing but sunshine all day long. Funny thing is, we've got so many leaves falling already. It is a little bit chilly out. It's 71 here, but there's no humidity. And like I said, we've been living with the humidity in 80s for so long that 71 feels chilly. But if this was January, I'd be out here in a t-shirt and shorts. I'm still in shorts though. Here's proof. That's my leg. I've taken the opportunity to start watching House on Hulu. Anybody that's in a position to make a contribution, I would greatly appreciate it. I have an immediate need for some equipment upgrades, which are impacting me without getting into the boring details. You watch 1 through 5 in that's 10 hours of, no, it's not. It's about 7 hours of Bad Ben. Everything in moderation, Becky. Don't watch too much at once. Now, just so you know, Wi-Fi is spotty. So if this screen goes blank, just hang around for a second. Hello, Crystal. I'm doing okay. I have some equipment problems, but we're doing okay. I'm limping through, but I'll make it. And now here is Mrs. Sable's back out here. Sable, be a good girl. Sable, do you want to come say hi to everyone? Come here. Sable. Sable. Come here. Come on, people haven't seen you in a while. There's her butt. You just saw her butt for 5 seconds. She looks out over the backyard because when it's not quite twilight, but I guess it is, and because we're in the woods, it gets, the sun's, we probably got another hour of sunlight, but this is when, because we start getting the turkeys walk out in the backyard, which they have babies, and the squirrel feeder and the bird feeder and the crows, but it's all quiet at the moment, but that could change in a moment's with a moment's notice. How you have to lean back so they can see you
Why do we have to say more?
because you're hot. There she is, everyone, waving from the other side of the table. The water bottle is used when Sable and Archer begin to roughhouse. Archer, you might as well throw air at him because he doesn't give a shit about the water bottle.
Who cares about the bathroom though?
Yeah, he's freaking out at this bathroom, which is 15 feet away from me. For some reason, he's been watching that door like crazy. Now, we never use that bathroom because it's like a guest bathroom, but we had a guest the other day, and I think he went in there and blew the place up.
Oh, Jesus. You didn't have to say that.
Crystal, how are you? And how's Tracy? Hello, Susan. Your name I don't recognize. Have you been in here before, or is this your first time?
Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce.
Yeah, that's
No
a shock.
prenup.
No prenup?
No,
Well, she's got more than him, I think.
I don't know.
He's made a lot of big movies. He was Batman, remember? Again, folks, remember the Wi-Fi is a little spotty, so this may go offline briefly. And if it does, if you get a black screen, just hang around. I should be back inside of 30 seconds or so. So, with the completion of Bad Ben 14, Crystal's going to get, and you're all going to get to see Little T, Crystal's dog, on a t-shirt I wear. Hello, Stephanie. They are loud.
You should start blasting like Metallica or something.
Our neighbors are loud people. They don't play heavy metal. They'll play like Journey for like hours on end.
And just talking in their yard. They're fucking loud.
Hi, J-Lo.
You're not the J-Lo that's getting divorced. Just to make that understood.
Do you think Montauk could have woken Jersey Devil with the time travel or portal dimensions? Huh? What's Montauk, Holly?
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I'm trying to Google. That was a Halloween film. No, Susan, I don't even know anything about it. That was an alien film. You should watch the Y Files on YouTube. Just so you know, those of you that are here in face on Facebook, most of the people that are in here watching are on YouTube and commenting. So Facebook people don't see YouTubers' comments, and YouTubers don't see Facebook people's comments.
Still full. Jesus Lord.
The cool people are on YouTube. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't broadcast on Twitch much anymore. I haven't in a while because Twitch is just a nightmare. Instagram is too. But Facebook and YouTube and even Twitter tends to be the more stable folks.
Are you trying to say that there are weird people on those apps?
They're young. Like Twitch has a lot of, because it's the video game aspect, it has a lot of kids on it. And by kids, I have a lot of young fans that are have their shit together, but I also have a lot that are childish. These people on EHT happenings are like scam. Adam, it's big business. People watching other people play video games. Why? I don't know. I mean, even one time when I played Bad Ben, the game, lots of people loved watching that. I don't know, Will. Probably one night this week. I'm just having some equipment issues, which is why I'm trying to raise a little bit of funds here. Hoping that just my calming, soothing voice and presence will evoke an emotional response from people and get them to send me a couple shillings. Sir, can you spare a shilling? Hey, Janaea, how are you? You're looking beautiful tonight. By the way, don't panic and think I can somehow see you because I can't. Hi, Megan. Megan said hi, Nigel and Holly.
Yo.
You heard it from her. I always thought Megan was an awesome name, except for the Meg we knew.
Oh my God.
It's no reflection on you, Megan, but this was quite the personality. Although Sable liked her. J-Lo says, Holly, I always wonder if you're watching something on your computer when you're sitting outside there.
No.
Yes, she is. She's constantly looking at her phone. And then she'll start giggling because she comes across some video.
Mostly it's TikTok videos.
Do you ever watch Daz anymore?
Not really.
What'd he do to piss you?
He got boring.
Hmm?
He got boring.
No.
Yes.
You used to crack up at him.
He used to be into the horror games and they were funny. Now he just doesn't seem to care anymore. So I haven't watched him in a long time.
But yeah, J-Lo, she just told you she doesn't look at her phone. And
I didn't say I didn't look at my phone. You said computer.
a phone's a computer.
Not really.
Yes, really.
Yes, I look at my phone.
Do you realize your phone has about 100 times more powerful than the computing power than the original Apollo moon landing, the Apollo mission?
Yes, I look at my phone. Thank you for starting something with him attacking me now.
Now she's blaming you, J-Lo.
No, I'm
Look,
blaming him.
look. J-Lo, she goes through these. I don't know if it's, what it is, but she goes through these. She gets like this with me. That's why I spend 50% of the day in the basement. Actually, more like 75 to keep away from her wrath. She said, sorry, Holly.
I'm not upset with you. I'm not
J-Lo
upset
sent
with
you
you.
that book
I know.
and stuff yesterday, and look,
I
you've
am
hurt
not
a
upset with
Benite.
her. I am upset with you for attacking me.
You hurt a Benite. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Would you like me to leave?
No. J-Lo, she's not upset with you. She's upset with me because I failed her as a lover and a husband.
Ow.
Guess what today is? Today is Scott's birthday.
Happy birthday, Scott.
I didn't even know it. Oh, somebody donated to bail me out. Oh, thank you so much. I know who that is without even looking. Janaea, I know it.
They're all dancing at the DNC like they're at a backyard barbecue.
Them bastards.
They're playing soul music.
At this time of day? I guess those things go on all day.
It went on until 1 o'clock in the morning yesterday with Biden.
Hi, Ronnie. Let me throw Scott. And thank you, Sarah. I just thank you, Sarah, for your donation. Thank you, Janaea, for your donation. I appreciate it. What the hell was that?
Jesus.
bestiality over there. I'll see if Scott answers. Scott's one of those guys I'll text him and not get an answer. And sometimes hours or days will pass. But if he texts me and I do not reply to him, in 5 minutes my phone rings. And it's him. I don't see how people... Sable!
Take it. Relax. Get in the house.
Scott texted me back and he says thank you.
Babies, let's go.
I don't see how people can say they didn't receive a text, because on my phone there's this red circle with a 1 in it or a 2, or depending on how many texts you have. So whenever I see those red balls on any app, I open it up to clear it because it bothers me. Thank you, Ronnie, for your donation. Yeah, I'm limping on something at the moment. I'm limping through. Hi, Phil. Melody, it's so good to see you. It's been forever. Hopefully all's going well. Holly's in and out. Sable keeps seeing wildlife. Oh, that's another one, Adam, that gets me. When somebody texts you and you text them right back, and then you don't, and then you're ghosted. I am actually, folks, with we've been good. Melody, do you have YouTube to watch the broadcast? Because that's where everybody's at, and you can't see their comments unless you're over there. Did I say thank you, Ronnie, for your donation? I appreciate it. All right, good, because it's that's where I try to get most people in, because that way you guys can all see each other. Yeah, I love that, Adam. They'll send you a text, you respond, you don't hear from them. But God help you, when they do respond, you better be prepared to, they're going to, like if somebody calls you and it's something urgent almost, maybe. All right, good. Alex the Therian, that's you, Melody? That's a little bit intimidating. Ronnie, you came up in a conversation today between Holly and I. I forget what it was about. I had a dream last night that I was in the car with James Gandolfini, or I was somewhere with James Gandolfini, and I was telling him what some like the scenes he was in that my mother loved in The Sopranos. And thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate it, your donation. I guess you guys took me serious what I told you. I'm limping through here on a, I'm going to have to find a way to budget it to get this computer replaced soon. I used to have a setup downstairs where I had 3 monitors. So the editing was in front of me, the master video was to the right, and to the left was just email. Well, 3 monitors is now too much for the system to handle. So I do the editing and master video on the center monitor, and I keep email to the left. I've run out of hard drive space, which I'm backing stuff off, but it's just starting to. Apple, since they created their own silicone chip, they're not supporting the old Intel as much as they used to. Melody, you can donate whenever you want. I'm always sitting here. Begging. I'm begging you. Well, 3 monitors is nice when it's work related. But it can also get a bit it can also get a bit challenging. Philip, thank you so much. Phil, you guys are always there. Well, one of the things is I have a program called what the fuck is it? Topaz, and it is used to improve video, which is great, but it will when I go to use Topaz, I have to unplug the other 2 monitors and just use the main computer, or it will freeze every time. A couple months ago, I tried raising money for a new computer, and some people came to bail me out, and I didn't quite raise what I needed, so I was able to get the one I had fixed. But by the way, in addition to 14, I am working on, not working, I'm planning it, but I will soon afterwards have the trailer for 15. Just a teaser. Well, let me turn the computer back here since Holly's not out. If you're OCD, me being out of center can be annoying. You keep expecting something to happen over there. It is so nice and quiet and peaceful out. Who told me they watched Immaculate and it sucked? Because I still want to watch that. Sydney Sweeney, who's always topless in every movie she's in, just about, is the lead in that role, playing a nun. That should be interesting. Oh, Ronnie said she hated it. Did she keep her clothes on at least? She didn't get topless, but it was close at one point. She is a very pretty girl, but I mean, come on. You know, the girl who played Khaleesi in Game of Thrones was naked so often that she finally put her foot down and they stopped having her like naked every episode. Although I've been naked now in two of my films. I fell asleep on the first attempt of watching it. Then I got through it all and was so disappointed. You know, I got to tell you, that's how I feel about The Bear right now. The first, I think there were two seasons. I think this is the third season. It was good, but this season has, oh, what a piece of shit. You know what else is vulgar? Um, Industry, which is like England's, a UK version of Succession, kind of, and they're always showing nudity on that. But you know what else was up? Hey, Squatch. By the way, Squatch, I got a mechanical story for you here in a second. But the boys, the boys was just disgusting beyond even relevance this season. So Squatch, Sunday I have to go pick up somebody at the Philly airport. And I get all the way up to the exit for the Philadelphia airport, and suddenly the car like starts like shaking and sputtering. And I thought I'd hit like those rumble strips they cut into the asphalt to let you know like you're going off a highway or something, or crossing the center line. But then I immediately parked and I went in, got them. We got out to the car, and when I started and started to pull away, I knew it was a problem, because the thing was underpowered and shaking. And then I get out onto the highway. I can only hit a maximum of 40 miles an hour. And I drove home at 40 miles an hour. And I didn't think I was going to make it, but I did. And I'm 60 miles from home. So that was of concern. But my buddy at the end of the road is mechanic. I mean, he's got a shop down there. And I took it to him, and the fault was that the third cylinder was misfiring. It's a six cylinder. And they said they need to replace that. And it's got 108,000 miles. So they said it's probably time to do the spark plugs, since we'll have the cover off. So I said, go ahead. So it wound up an unexpected $600, well, $450. He always cuts me a break because I help him whenever he's got a computer problem. But he did it in like a couple hours, and I got it back. And he showed me the spark plugs. They were all black. I mean, they look bad. The little, I guess you call it the gap at the end, the little tip that sticks up. One of them was burnt completely off. So when I got in the car to drive it home, I hit the gas to leave the driveway, and the front wheels peeled out because front wheel drive. And the thing is so powerful now. I guess it had been slowly, this problem has been slowly building up. So I didn't notice it losing power. But man, it's powerful now. I'm a soccer mom, and the thing is doing good. So next thing I got to get is tires. But I got to tell you, I got real good tires last time I got them. and because it's front wheel drive, I understand they wear faster. But I'm looking at the rear wheel tires look brand new, but the front wheel tires are worn down, so I'm gonna replace them at least. I found that if you order from this guy at the end of the street is so much help. I go to Tire Rack and I ordered the tires and I have them delivered right to him. And then he takes and puts them on and mounts them and I guess balances them. And but I'll tell you, I don't, I know people all have their preferred car, but this is the third Dodge minivan I've had, and they're just for me they last. See, I just got a text from somebody, and on my phone and on my computer, there's a big red number 1 that will bug the shit out of me if I don't clear that. So, well, Ronnie, didn't you say you have a wheelchair van, right? Dodge, there's a lot of companies that outfit the Dodges for those ramps and the lifts. And that, and I've noticed Toyota vans a lot. I wanted to, when my mother was alive, I wanted to get a wheelchair van, but they were so expensive. My neighbors that used to own the house next door got a big Chevy van that had an old wheelchair lift in it. And, you know, that was handy, but it was heavy. Pacifica, oh God, you lost it in the flood. Yeah, Pacifica. Well, Chrysler's also, they're the same company, which I never understood why they had like Ford Lincoln Mercury, which they had almost an identical vehicle under each name. And it's like the Chrysler Pacifica, the Dodge Caravan, Dodge Chrysler. What was the third one of them? But anyway, the Pacifica was the higher end version of the Caravan. But Pacifica is the van that they're working on with the Wemo system, which is um, that self-driving. But they're the ones that are driverless vehicles out in California that they use, and they're not the most attractive because the system kind of sticks up off the front of it like a bump. Well, I'll tell you, I'm glad at my age they're because when things eventually I hope to be able to buy like a Tesla. I hope Tesla makes a minivan because they seem to be leading the way on self-driving, but like autonomous driving. But I really think that the Wemo system. Hello, Rosemary. I think the Wemo system on the Pacifica is um is the best because they are driverless. In cities, you call the cab and they show up and I don't know. I'd be a little nervous getting in a vehicle without a driver if you get out on the highway, but I don't hear of accidents. I do hear of people that get in their Teslas, and two guys a couple years ago that were killed in a car accident got in their Tesla, started it, fell asleep, and the thing ran off the road. Well, I think they're stopping making the Caravan, and which is kind of weird to me because it was the best-selling minivan in the nation. But I know I read that last year. Well, Tesla's talking about there's rumors that they're going to make a self-driving minivan. I'll tell you, for people that are like, I would have loved it when my mother was alive. Well, I had a stair lift, but she even had trouble getting on that. And her issue was her weight. She had gotten very heavy when she got older, but her legs just, it was impossible for her, even as barely possible to get her to transfer. And in the last 6, 8 months of her life, we had a Hoyer lift, and that helped. But the stair lift, I figure I could get her from upstairs down to the basement level where I transferred to a wheelchair, then out to the van and in. But it would have been so nice to have a wheelchair van that with a lift in it and a like a ramp out front. See, one of the problems we have here um, is we have a septic tank out front. That's the hill on the front of the house. Because if we ever wind up getting city sewer, what I would do is I would build a driveway, that like a U-shaped driveway that went up right to the front door. And it would have been nice to have like a ramp out there. And then it would be nice to have a van up there. It would be nice with the garage if there was an elevator that you could just take down and ride out, and I don't know, ride out, get in the van, and have it drive you somewhere. Let's see what's happening here. Thanks for the donations, folks. I'm getting there. So, Ronnie, you kind of spoiled it for me. Actually, you probably did me a favor by telling me about Immaculate because by telling me, I'm one of these people, if you tell me a movie sucks and I watch it, then I go into it expecting it to suck and I watch it and I say, oh, that wasn't so bad. But when people tell me, oh, a movie was great, I then wind up watching it and it's like, I'm like, that wasn't so good. 50 people watching. Hello, 50 people. Ow, God, did you hear that? That was my elbow. I'll wind up watching it anyway, Ronnie. Do you guys have Ring doorbells? I had to move the flag on the front of my house because I put the Ring doorbell on the least sensitive setting, yet it was constantly going off. All right, let's see what Stephanie's talking about here. I started the process of attempting to buy the small business I work at. I'm just grateful the bank didn't laugh at me. I would help more if I could. You do plenty, but good luck. Can we ask what kind of business it is? You don't have to tell me the name, but just like the type of business. Well, I had a Ring doorbell, the first version, and I returned it because it just didn't work. And it cost like $225. This was way back when it first came out. And then, oh, a spice and tea shop. Well, if you get it, let me know and we'll advertise it. And then like a couple years ago, because people you always ask me, what's that phone for at the front door? Well, now you can't get through to the front door because the porch is screened in. And we did that when we got the dogs and the cat because if they ever ran out the front door, I didn't want them to run out to the street. So there's the screened in porch they can't get through. And, um, but that used to act like a doorbell. People could at the doorbell itself. I had a note that says, pick up that phone, and it would ring me. Well, um, so finally, a couple years ago, Amazon had a special on the Ring doorbell for 99 bucks, and I got it. And this one worked. I'll tell you that I also got the little extender that I put in the basement so that if somebody presses it, it rings down there also. And I got to tell you, there's been like two occasions where at like 2 or 3 in the morning, the doorbell will go off. And it freaks me out, but there's nobody there. Makes for a good horror movie, right? Who knocked on your door at 2 in the morning? There was a cop car? Oh. Well, we've had, and we haven't, knock on wood, for a couple years, there hasn't been a car accident out front here. But 5 years after we moved in, after never having a car accident on this curve, we had five in a 2 week period. And the following year, the same thing happened. And then we've had like one or two since then. Thank God, only one or two. But it was just very weird. But they also repaved the whole road. So I think they might have, um, I think they might have, they might have angled the road a little and made it a little better. But one time I remember waking up in the middle of the night and the room looked like a disco with all the lights dancing. And it was because there were cop cars out front. There was an accident out front. Well, if you guys remember in one of the bad bands, I think it was Eulogy, where the person dressed in the bunny suit came and rang the ding doorbell we had. You saw a short horror movie that was shot on a ring camera. I bet you that was cool though to watch. I could see how that would be cool. Can you hear my next door neighbor? Like they're not right next door. They're like 400 or 500 feet away, and she's just so loud. My best friend Matt, his they were watching that part of my movie with the bunny, and his daughter got so scared that they had to shut it off. Poor little thing. I scared her. She thinks Uncle Nigel is evil. You know, the best age of kids is when they still believe in Santa Claus. Once they figure it out, I mean, there's things like you look forward to their graduation, their if they get married, them becoming a parent and all, but I'm begging you. I'm staying on for an hour, folks. So I've got like 4 more minutes. Then I got to go do some work. So if you got any questions for me or any comments, now's the time to toss them out. Well, if you're going to have Jennifer over for her birthday, I guess I will definitely be on Saturday. Will she be there at 9 p.m.? Maybe we'll do a spirit talker and everything. Thank God you made it, Russell. But I hate to tell you this, Russell. I'm only on for about another 2 minutes. Thank you, Adam. So, JLo, maybe I'll do a Saturday Night Live, a Saturday night spirit talker, and maybe I can get Scott here. And he can tell his latest ghost adventure. Yes, Scott has another ghost story. Here she is, everyone. Mrs. Biggins is back with 2 minutes left to go. And the mouthy Sable is back. Look, that's my Spock eyebrow. What?
I'm just looking at you.
That was terrifying.
Have you
What?
heard you touch this spot right here?
Right,
You push on it, probably for like about a minute,
right.
and it'll make yourself yawn, and you'll be able to fall asleep. I tried that last night.
Probably give yourself pinpoint bleeding.
It worked though.
Did it?
Yeah. You go like from between your eyebrows,
Right.
up to the top of your head. You'll feel like a little spot that seems a little tender or soft.
Right.
You press it, probably for about like a minute, and you will eventually yawn. And when you start yawning, you're susceptible to go to sleep faster.
Does this just make me look like a fucking idiot in front of everyone?
Why are you doing it now? You're not going to sleep.
Yeah, but I want to see.
You're not doing it right. If it's not working.
All right, folks. I'm going to hop off here for now. Thank you, people that donated. I need a little help right now. So whatever you can do would be great. But I will see you again tomorrow. See ya. Love you. Bye for now.